Hi traders, time to really go through these markets and see what is setting up. Pretty quiet day. We've got such a busy week this week, data-wise, with Bank of England, ECB, non-farm payroll for the US, and so on. A lot of UK data, including services data, trade balance, all sorts. It was a very, very busy week, and consequently, at the moment, we've got a lot of sideways action. So let's just see where we are at the moment. This is the Dow on the Fed move. This is the trend line coming out along these lows, cutting right across this price action. And at the moment, all the highs are sold. This is a major area of resistance. This is the fib level. So after the bounce, this is a key fib level up here, which we sold into at the open today. And we are currently just struggling with this support level, trend line support here. So what do I think of these charts? Well, let's have a look at the daily. Got 45 minutes of trading left in the Dow. It's 3:15 Eastern time. We've got a major reversal bar up here that led to this downturn here, and we are knocking on that door now. So I would just keep shorting the highs, which is exactly what I've been doing today. Because if we break down here, this is the Fed day bar, which is a reversal bar. So if all we're doing is trading in this Fed day range, we come out below of that and break that low, I think we are topping over. By my experience, the range you get from the Fed day is typically the range for the coming sort of weeks and months. So if I pan back, you can see that at the moment we're acting out a potential triple top. However, if sometime this week we close above this high, we are going potentially up to 16,000. Alright, so a lot of topping tails here. So the Fed day range is working. So if we come out of that and break these lows here, I think we're going to come tumbling down. Hold up here. Excuse me. At the moment we are making, Thursday, Friday, and potentially today, we are making higher closes. But we just have these topping bars. Okay, so at the moment I'm just shorting highs and looking for this to break. Let's move across to Forex. This is the Dow on a daily chart. So if we're in this box, so we've hit this 105.50 level a couple of times. We've hit this 102.50 before, and this is the main box. As you can see, they've got a hammer, a sign that the buyers have come in on this 104 level here, or 104.22. ATM8 is just above us here. So if tomorrow we break this, I think we're coming back to 105.50. So we are seeing strength in the dollar. And let's have a look at the US dollar Swissy. US dollar Swissy on a daily chart, you can see this was a major pivot level, which we busted up from last week. So I think this is support. I think we might shift sideways, and if we can break that high, I think we're coming back to 95.40. Equally, if we start closing below 90.80 tomorrow, then this could just roll over. I think the most likely scenario is, in the video in the weekend, I was looking for a test of the daily 8, which is down here around about the 90.50 level. So I would still look for this to come down here, hold after all this buying, and then see that move up. with non-farm payroll, this is the first non-farm payroll after the most significant non-farm payroll after the 16-day shutdown in the US. So I think what we're seeing here in the market is aftershocks of that, and therefore I am short-term bearish. Right, what I've got in front of you now is the pound. So we had 1, 2, 3 waves the upside, the C wave correction, and now we're getting this pullback down here. This is actually quite a bullish close. We've got the daily 50 EMA just at the highs here, just where we are now. That's the daily 50 EMA. If we can pull back here tomorrow and close higher, then this could turn out, this is a major level of support. So we hold here, this could be moving up. And that contradicts what I said at the weekend. At the weekend I talked about this just coming up to something like 160 and then rolling over. Okay, so I'm not holding anything over here at the moment. Because if this is going to hold here, then we need to get long. I think the best thing to do is, because we're very, very close to this 160 pivot, the major pivot level here. If we start moving up here, then I would buy a pullback to 160. If tomorrow intraday we run into 160 and put a reversal bar in, I'll get short, put a stop just above here, and then see if we can roll over. But at the moment, the fact we're holding this key level here and we're closing higher, I'm just sitting on my hands. The Euro US on the daily is a hammer-like bar. We're stuck between the 50 EMA up here and the 100 EMA just underneath. This is huge support. 134 is huge. So the 80 EMA is miles away up here. Just slightly higher than that. So we're very extended from the 8. So at the very least, we're going to want to come and touch this area here, the resistance, which will be the 8, and then that could roll over. Okay, so because we've broken a trend line here. So if we come back and kiss this trend line, so if we come back and kiss that then and fail, then I would look to get short. So this seems to be the major area that we're looking at now. Huge drop. If we can climb up there, then that could lead us to the next leg down. So 13630 is crucial. Aussie, we have on the Aussie US dollar, we're coming down to this major fib level of support. Bounced. This is the Sunday bar, this is the Monday bar. Again, I would look for this 9. I did short this, I am still short this just. My stop is just narrowly above this bar here. Let's see if this can roll over. But on the face of it, at the moment, the price action is positive on that one. That might retrieve itself and bounce back. This is the CAD Swissy that I've been looking at. Lovely move off of 85.5. If we come back to this level here, 86.80 area, and hold, I would be a buyer, because if we then turn around and bust out of here, I think we're coming back to at least 90. So 86.88 is my target. Okay, so 86.80 is the area I want for that one, CAD Swissy. Sorry, I've just paused that. Yen pairs. I think these yen pairs are one of the most interesting. There's a massive trend line here, huge area of support underneath it, This is the daily chart here. So let's just trace this. Big move up, double top for a pullback here, triple top, pullback to support, and here we are just about to close above 750. So this is a tough call. We're in a tight corner here. So if we shuffle around here some more, at some stage we're going to get direction. So the area to watch for, we're in a tight box, 15750 and 15950. We're in a 200 point box there. All you can hope to do in a box like this is try and buy a 60-minute support and then look to see if we can break up. If you get the 60-minute resistance bars up here, then flip it. So overall, markets are very sideways, treading water, and I'm just looking to see if these key areas can hold. So 2 days, they're heavy selling on the euro yen, but we've come into a major level of support. We could be seeing this holding here and breaking back up. So it's a little tough to trade at the moment. I think we need at least one more day trading behind us to see if these levels are going to hold, and we need to either buy pullback in the euro yen or get short. I'm currently short this euro yen, so we'll see. And let's just look at all the dollar pairs. This is the pound Aussie dollar. So some nice moves up here. This is a deeper move. If we can hold here, and this is again a huge level of support at 168. I suggested this was a short from up here. I couldn't get short because I didn't get up there. So let's just see. We're testing hammers down here. So if this area holds here and we start to close higher, then I'll consider going long to see if we can back up to these highs. But in the meantime, there's a spinning top up there, so I have to admit that was a bit of a miss. This is a huge area of resistance up here at 145. Yeah, just coming into a huge area of support. So we've just got to stand aside of these ones and watch where they may go. Right, quick look at oil. I think oil is trying to reverse. Once we get this contract out of the way, I think oil could get going. I think we just need a touch of this 93.70. The 8 EMA has just been sort of drifting down, been under all touches of the 8 and getting sold. And so I think this is going to be the same. I think we might just come up, touch the 8, and then get back down to 92.70, at which point we might find a bottom. Unless, of course, we just close above this area here tomorrow. So I am looking for a reversal pattern. I think it's going to take time. But 93 was a key reversal point back here in early June. That may be a carbon copy coming up anytime soon. So stay tuned. Look at the beans. Gap down because of a contract change, but yeah, not doing well. This isn't a gap down. This is gaps in the contracts. Okay, so now I'll just look at a couple of stocks. Bellwethers are not doing well. This is why I'm still overall bearish. This is Lloyd's coming down and closing underneath this resistance. This is Barclays closing really low down here. So we come into this resistance, so we gap down and back to resistance and closing under this area here. So these bellwethers are not looking happy. Similar story in the US. This is Bank of America. So we have a reversal bar up here at resistance. We're coming back down. Close back above 14.10, I could get interested. BlackBerry just looks an absolute mess. The gap down, pulled up, and eventually just sold off. There's the triangle. And any pullbacks have just been sold into. Now gap down, so this is in serious trouble now. If this doesn't hold here, then we could just continue lower, short term at least. And last but not least, I'll just look at Goldman's. Goldman's did well. We came down here. Good, lots of nice simple waves. Higher low, higher high. So we're back above this support level. So this could come back and get through 170 this time. Be a third touch. It may just bounce around here and then break. So if I'm going to get long, I would be interested in Goldman Sachs. Otherwise, not that many stocks I'm interested in. So let's have a look at eBay. eBay is struggling. We have a nice move up here. Gap. Then we have this gap. Pulled back in, just inside the gap to resistance. Sold off. Pulled back. Closed the gap. Started selling. Another gap. We closed that gap. Now we're down. So we're on this key level support. The 5140 is holding at the moment, but that's 3 days of selling. And so if we, I have to say that's not looking good. If we can't hold here, we start breaking below 50.23, and that's in trouble. Alright, we'll leave it there, and look forward to seeing you next time.